Thank you for tuning in to Home of Politics, ladies and gentlemen. Remember, if you are here for the first time, subscribe, support this channel by liking the video, leave the comment in the comment section. Do not forget to share this video and turn on the notification button so that you receive the information of the same nature on this channel. Ladies and gentlemen, right now it is a serious health crisis that is ongoing in Kenya because the strike of doctors, nurses, medical officers, lab technicians is heading the 22 or the 22nd day. And this has prompted an impeachment motion that Babu Owino has decided to write to the clerk and to the Speaker of the National Assembly to table a motion that will be moved for the impeachment of the health CS. It is a serious matter because he says he has a support of more than 100 MPs in the parliament who are backing up the motion of impeaching the health CS, Susan Nakhumicha.
Parliament, as at now, all members of Parliament, it is their constituents who are affected. It is their constituents who are sick and tired of what is happening. It is their constituents who are in various hospitals. And therefore, as we speak now, we already have around 111 members of Parliament who've texted me and assured me that they are going to sign the impeachment motion and they are going to support it on the floor of the House. And this will be the greatest impeachment ever. Why? Because of the arrogance, the ignorance of the Cabinet Secretary for Health. And you know, when you're a Cabinet Secretary for Health, you must be very careful because you have to look at your credentials first vis-a-vis the people you are heading. If you did diploma online and you are coming to dictate or demand on what should not be demanded from the doctors. These are people who sat in class for 6 academic years. And having been a president of the University of Nairobi, I know what the doctors were going through. These are people whose parents toiled and moiled. They also toiled and moiled just to be where they are. And then when it comes to the payment, how can a cabinet secretary earn more than a doctor? And a cabinet secretary who does not qualify for that matter. And therefore, she will be impeached. We want this defunct government to move with speed. The president should not leave the country when there's a serious crisis, when people are dying.
This shows a lot of incompetence and laxity in the Ministry of Health in Kenya because since the strike started on day 1, we have not seen any positive response from the ministry, from the government itself, on the attempts to solve the problem that is existing between the government or between the ministry and its workers. And so something that broke the hearts of doctors the other day, it is when the health CS was interviewed on KTN, when she just openly said that she's going to fire all the doctors who are not in the job and hire new doctors because we have a lot of doctors who are jobless, who are fully experienced, and they are yearning for those coins that these doctors are belittling. And so that one is incompetence of the highest order instead of solving the problem or the crisis that is happening, because it's something that affects the whole nation, the whole citizens of Kenya. He is solving problems on how she's thinking or on the method of threats. And so this threat was the one that has made these doctors to go on with their strike for a very long time because the first thing, they are demanding their rights. The second thing, they have gone for negotiation tables for so many times under different regimes, but they have never been given what they want. And so instead of bringing solution to the problem, the solution that will be long lasting, the CS threatened to sack all the doctors that are on the streets striking, demanding for their rights. And so this has made Babu Owino, MP of Embakasi East, to at least to bring in a challenge, maybe to serve her a lesson whereby she needs to work hard in her office and know how to manage this scandal. And so according to Babu Owino, this CS is considered as incompetent, is considered to be going against the constitution because it means she is violating the rights of these doctors. And so on top of that, the issue of impeachment and resignation in Kenya is not a new thing, because we have seen even powerful leaders in offices who have been impeached, who have been forced to resign because of their incompetences in their offices and lack of delivery. And so we also have another leader. This leader is called Alphonse Kanka. He is the chairman of the National Council of Churches of Kenya in Nairobi region. And so this chairman has also suggested that these leaders should resign from the offices, starting with the health CS. This is Susan Nakhumicha. Another CS is from the agricultural ministry called Linduri Mithika. And finally, we have Kipchumba Murkomen from the transport ministry. And so he is classifying these leaders as incompetent, ignorant, and they are not delivering to the people. Starting with CS of health, it is seen now that she has failed to manage the ongoing strike. She has failed to manage the health crisis that Kenyans are not being served in the hospitals. The doctors are also not given their rights of payment and other conditions that the government needed to fulfill. Instead of managing the crisis that is right now in the health sector, she is threatening to sack all the doctors. She's also going ahead to talk, maybe to address it publicly, saying that some people are sponsoring demonstration of doctors, some goons who are envying her office. Some people want to finish her politically. And so you wonder if the statement she's giving will bring solution to the health sector. We also see the CS of Agriculture, Mithika Linduri. The problem here is that he has been very quiet about the issue of fake fertilizers that is very, very crucial right now in our country, considering that the farmers are on the planting season. The fact be told that the fake fertilizer did not arrive in Kenya in the year 2024, but this is the fertilizer that has been in the market for a very long period. For example, in 2023, the Minister of Agriculture, the government, even the MPs, they decided to summon these suppliers and the companies that are supplying fertilizer. Even the CS of Agriculture himself denied to have seen anything to do with the fake fertilizers. And they had said that this company breached the standard. And so it means that the fake fertilizers are the substandard fertilizers that do not reach the quality or the standard of production in Kenya. And so if these fertilizers were found with a lot of mistakes, why are they still in the market? And so the other day we saw the CS of Agriculture. He was rebuking and he was rejecting the issue of fake fertilizers, because he says subsidized fertilizers are not fake fertilizers, and there are brokers who are bringing in fake fertilizers in the market. And so this tells us that the CS of Agriculture, the first thing is ignorant, even if the fertilizer that is fake is of substandard value. They did not manage to confiscate all the fertilizer, to remove them from the market, to avoid risking the loss that the farmers are going through. The farmers have been conned their money, but the Ministry of Agriculture is just quiet, and they are dismissing the claims that the government is supplying the fake fertilizers. And lastly, we have this CS of Transport. He has been quiet to the issues to do with the frequent accidents that are happening on our roads in Kenya right now. The other day when he was questioned about the issues of accident, he was saying, giving out a funny answer or a funny response, comparing the tarmac roads or the standardized roads with the roads that have not been tarmacked. These are muddy roads. And so he was saying that the muddy roads have witnessed rare accidents because people could drive under a very low speed, being careful, and there was zero accidents or loss of life. And so he was comparing the muddy roads with the standardized roads, and we wondered if all the tarmacked roads in Kenya should be untarmacked to control these accident rates. And so according to the three CSS that we have seen, then there is some laxity in their side, and they are not coming out in public to give out the long-lasting solution that will help Kenyans. And so if the impeachment motion have been tabled or is in a progress to be tabled, then we do not know if this impeachment will be successful, because one thing we know with this government, it is very difficult for someone to lose the job, leave the office, and just go home. It's very difficult. We know the first thing, maybe Babu Owino can succeed to table an impeachment. Even the members of parliament can succeed to table and to impeach these CSS. But at the end of it all, maybe the committee that will be put in place to investigate if these matters are being said are true or not, then they might come up with another reasons. I don't know, the insufficient evidence, the substandard reasons. Those are the things that this government usually give, and so the allegations usually become null and void if they are not proven. And so one of the problems that we will be facing, even if the impeachment might be successful, it is reshuffle. This is because we have been seeing other incompetent CSs, other leaders who could not deliver from one office to another are being transferred only because there is a favor of securing an office. And so even if this health CS is seen right now as incompetent, lazy, and has failed to manage the issue to do with the strike, she will hardly lose maybe her office, because she might be transferred from one office to another, and she might land a favor from the government, which she is in herself. And so the issue to do with the impeachment, guys, we are not sure if it will succeed, or you might send me your ideas in the comment section, because we see the MPs are serious, they want to impeach these leaders, but on other grounds, it might be very difficult to remove these leaders from office on some merits. This is because we saw an CS like Moses Kuria, who was carelessly handling his office, instead of being chased to go home or losing his job or being disciplined in another way, this CS was transferred from his ministry to another ministry, and right now is working. He is there and is still making the same mistakes that he was doing in the other office. And so this government is a little bit tricky. But do you support the issue of impeachment of the three CSS from the health sector, agriculture, and transport? And how do you see this going? Do you see the impeachment being successful? Otherwise, send me your ideas in the comment section. Thank you so much for watching. Have a good day.